Okay. All right. Hello, guys. Welcome to the Neon East podcast, episode 2. I am OK Pop Justin, and we're here to do a discussion with about Demon Slayer. Well, mostly about like anime theatrical releases, but Demon Slayer has been like a big success in the box office lately. So I want to do a guest introduction. So who wants to go first with the introductions? Sarah?
You asked. I like how you asked who wants to go first.
You were asking and then you just pushed me. Alright, that's fine. Hi, my name's Sarah, and I like anime. I'm 100% otaku, but I have never watched Demon Slayer.
Quick question for you. Do you play Genshin Impact?
No, I don't play Genshin.
Lost my respect. Otaku.
That's okay. You lost my respect.
Oh my God.
Don't worry, he's just kidding.
We're getting sour here in this podcast already.
I guess
We're just starting. We're warming up.
Yeah, we're warming up.
just a warm up. I guess for everyone else, I'm Josh. I met Justin at KCON a while back. I really don't know what much to say. I view those years as a different time, but you know what? I mean, I like to talk a lot. Let's just say that. And I'm in love with Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact's a fucking good game, dude.
Are you done?
Yes.
I really don't. I hate the YouTube advertisements. They're so annoying. The Genshin.
Oh yeah, there's so
Impact
many of those.
I will actually watch the whole app.
Okay, let's continue with the guests. Come on, introductions.
I'm Annabelle. I'm Josh's girlfriend, and I like anime. I've been watching anime since I was a kid. I watched the Demon Slayer, watched the movie, but he hasn't. So let's see how this goes.
I am the minority in the bunch.
Okay, well I'm Kim, and I've seen Demon Slayer like a good 6 or 7 times.
The
That's really
movie?
Well, I'm Johnny. I'm Kim. Oh, let me. Hi. I'm Johnny. I've seen Demon Slayer like twice, the whole thing, and then I've seen the movie like twice as well, and I've seen like a bunch of other animes.
And
Oh yeah, no, I can't afford that.
Well, yeah, I have also seen like a lot of anime. I've seen Demon Slayer. I've watched the series as well. I mean, what? I just want to know, what are your guys' like top favorite animes? Like, what's like your number one? Like, what's like your favorite ones?
do we do like the OG ones, or do we just do like overall favorites?
That's
Just
kind of,
overall,
that's kind of
doesn't-
hard, 'cause you got like mainstream, you got like
Yeah.
indies, you got
Yeah.
like 80, like you got the Sailor Moon vibe, you got your Hit My Hero vibe, like you know what I mean? There's a lot of different. things.
Honestly, Inuyasha has just always been number 1 for me, just because it's like OG in my opinion.
Yes, I love Inuyasha. Yes.
I watched a lot of Inuyasha when I was a kid.
Me in middle school.
Oh.
for sure.
Who's your favorite
Oh,
character?
yeah.
For some reason, I really like the monk just because I think he's really funny.
I like to cook good.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
But anyways, I guess let's get started. What's the thing?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because apparently like Demon Slayer has becoming like a really big success in Japan and in the West, and I really wasn't really expecting that. I don't know if you guys have expected this to be a success.
So I think when this series came out, I was already like living in Japan, and I just remember it being like heavily marketed everywhere.
Mm.
You know, just you can see things that are Demon Slayer related in the supermarket, or you know, like even in places that are not big cities, you could see something that's Demon Slayer related, whether it's in a like DVD store or manga store,
Interesting.
a bookstore. So like I knew it was popular, but I and like all the kids in school were reading it. I remember that because I was teaching in a high school, and I remember the kids always talking about it or mentioning it, and I just always had no idea what they were talking about.
I think honestly, like a lot of Asian things in general, but also specifically anime. I think a lot of things, like I guess Asian and specifically anime and a lot of other things as well, like have been rising as well. Like here in Texas, like I guess our Asian community is actually pretty large. But then again, I guess we're Texas too. But like we have an not an anime, manga store.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different manga stores.
You'll see like Demon Slayer all over the front.
I think Demon Slayer is pretty mainstream now, to be honest.
I think it's like
the
the most
I went to the
mainstream
Japanese
one.
Yeah.
supermarket and I saw like a bunch of cutouts of all of them and I took a bunch of pictures.
Like Dot Dot Bang.
Oh yeah, Dot Dot Bang.
Yeah, we're here from Miami, so I mean, I haven't really stepped out that much during the pandemic, but I don't know. Usually all the manga stuff are like in Barnes & Noble, pretty much.
You know what though? I feel like anime in general, like I grew up in New York and like there was like a huge Asian community, so like most of my friends were Asian. And like they were the ones who like really got me into anime cuz like my family would watch it every once in a while. But like ever since the pandemic happened, like all these like introverts are like they're like fine, and like all the extroverts like, you know, they're kind of stuck at home, so they got to find something to do, and they start getting into anime. And now, like, everybody watches anime.
I feel like a lot of guys watch anime. Like, almost every single guy that I've ever met has been like, oh, are you into anime? Like,
But
Yeah.
Watch, like,
but they only
anime
watch
girls
they
are
only
so
watch
hot.
shonen.
Like, oh my god, if you watch,
They only watch
anime,
shonen?
that's my ideal girl.
that's like the TikTok sexualized version of
Yeah,
it. Like,
for sure. Like, definitely.
Oh my god.
Like, a woo relation.
So do you
Yeah,
guys like know like how much money like the Demon Slayer movie made?
No, probably
How
a
much?
lot. I bet a lot.
Actually, you know what? I forgot.
I've seen it
I
twice.
should
You
have
said
it
you've seen it
here.
6 times.
I've seen Demon Slayer 6 times. Not the movie.
Oh, okay.
I can't. You see how?
I honestly lost count of how many times I've watched it.
How can you watch?
Okay, so apparently it has made like $477 million US in the box
70
office.
million?
400.
You know that
477 million.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's in just
Damn.
American dollars.
And that's like for like an anime film.
Yeah,
Like-
that's
I mean,
extremely-
how is it compared to other animated films?
Wait, I had a list here. Hold on. I forgot to like
I feel like
bring
a
it
lot
up.
of other animated films though aren't really talked about that much, and they're definitely not as mainstream as Demon Slayer was. Whenever Demon Slayer first came out, I saw a lot of things on social media about it, like everyone just talking about it, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like, all the other movies are just kind of like whatever, you know?
But I think that's also in fact because like it goes right, it goes right after the anime, like it's a continuation of it.
Yeah.
So like everyone's like, okay, what happens next? We got to see the movie.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
anime movies.
Oh, I'd like to also mention with a lot.
Seven Deadly Sins and shit.
Yeah.
Also like to mention with like a lot of animes now, like I guess back then especially, like a lot of them like anime movies you'd see were like weren't really that important to the story, you know, like there was no like it was like kind of like just like a really
Non-canon.
it was like a more epic filler.
like Dragon Ball.
Yeah, basically like the Dragon Ball, like the early Dragon Ball movies, none of those are apparently canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
had some pretty cool fight scenes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the original Broly I like.
But
Like Broly wasn't canon until like what?
Like a few years
Like he wasn't Broly until the movie, Dragon Ball Super, the movie, right?
Yeah.
That's like ridiculous. So was Gogeta. He wasn't canon.
Dragon
either.
Ball, like
Okay, so I found the list. I don't know. I thought there was another list that I found here, but highest grossing anime films in the US. The first one is like Pokemon the first movie.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah.
I went in
Have
theaters.
You went to that
guys
one?
I went to
seen, like, the
theaters to
newest
see
it.
movie?
Okay.
It's like pretty much
The
the
Detective
first movie.
Pikachu?
X and Y.
No, it's
The
like
detect. Which one?
There's a lot of Pokemon movies.
What was it?
Yeah.
Mewtwo Strikes Back or something.
Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Yeah, it was
It's
Mewtwo
the
Strikes Back.
original, but better animation.
Oh, they like it's the remastered version. Basically.
Yeah.
out of
I've
all
not.
of the animes that I've seen so far, I would say that Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan are like my top ones for like the animations, like
It's
the productions.
gorgeous,
Like
yeah.
it's so good. The graphics are amazing,
I
can agree to
I
that.
love Attack on Titan.
especially in the movie of Demon Slayer.
My haircut.
Yeah.
You know what
that
though?
was
In the
definitely
movie, it looked it's so the animation's so good already that when I was watching the movie, it just felt like I was watching
I mean,
like another episode.
the animation was really good and the graphics was really good, but I feel like during the duration of the whole movie, there were a lot of like awkward cutout spots.
Yeah,
Really?
I feel like it could have been better.
For Demon Slayer?
Yeah, like I feel like there were just a few like different scenes where like it would cut out really awkwardly to go into the next scene.
Okay. I see. I should have just watched the damn movie.
You should have watched the fucking show
Yeah.
first.
Wait, you haven't seen the show?
Nope.
You need to see the show. It's not really long. It's not.
Yeah,
long.
I have.
26
And it's very binge worthy. Like,
After Hero Academia, that's where I'm going to.
you haven't seen Hero Academia?
So like for me personally, I like binging a show and like getting to where it's at or finishing the show before I start another show. It's like I feel like it's what a responsible viewer should do.
You gotta commit.
You gotta commit.
Okay, for some reason I lost the list.
List?
Yeah, cause like I found the list, like it had like a list of like what was like the top ones, but then now I only found that one, but like it's not really up to date because Demon Slayer has a lot
Demon
more.
Slayer is like top of the charts, but I guess like if it's like at least like maybe within the past year, because Demon Slayer is like the only like
The really new one that's been.
yeah like what other anime movie? I mean, wasn't there another Studio Ghibli movie that came out recently? But like
Oh, you know what? They did. They did
like a couple years ago, I think.
yeah.
They started doing like all the. It was kind of unofficial though. Like they were doing like all like the old stuff from like way back, like the Howl's Moving Castle and like.
I know this is kind
Oh,
of like
okay.
Yeah, so also
Those
like
get replayed often.
so also the movie Dragon Ball Super Broly was also like in the
that
top
one,
ones.
Yeah, that one was.
that was the next.
Oh
one.
my gosh.
And then there was also Yu-Gi-Oh, the movie Pyramid of Light,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
which I watched that
Oh my
one.
god, I forgot about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh fuck, dude! I
Is
feel
Yu-Gi-Oh
old.
even? Does it count as anime? Does it?
I think it counts
Huh?
as anime for sure.
Because I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh falls into like the Avatar. It's like almost anime.
I mean, it's considered anime still.
Animated.
Yeah, it's anime.
But like
SpongeBob's
in the
anime
US,
too.
it was a little bit. It was. I guess it was like altered for like Western audience.
Recording the house.
Yeah, I know. It's a
How's
filthy
that
friendship.
animated? Oh, okay.
And then apparently the Secret World of Arrietty was also in that list too. And then
That was one of the most recent Ghibli films.
yeah, that's like one of the Ghibli films. And also Pokemon 3 and Ponyo, and then My Hero Academia, Heroes Rising, Spirited Away, and like the Digimon movie, which was in 2000. Wow.
Digimon's pretty much.
Digimon. Oh my god, Digimon. Digimon.
And surprisingly, like Your Name came out like in number 15 in the US.
But even at that time, when Your Name came out,
Wait, whatever happened?
Yeah,
what
does
happened to
anyone
Baku?
remember
Who remembers
Bakugan?
Bakugan? The little ball. What the heck happened to that?
Everyone's
It just,
like speaking.
gone. It's just.
Who knows?
Hey guys, hello.
Hello.
Yes, okay. Let Sarah speak because like we were talking about
Oh, sorry.
what was it what were we
oh
talking?
wait, you mentioned Your Name, so
Yeah, Your Name
when
was
Your Name was released, like I feel like back then compared to now, anime was not nearly as talked about or watched
Mhm.
as much as it is now. And on top of that, like Your Name, I don't know about Miami, but I was in Kansas City when that movie came out, and it was only playing in like really small kind of art house film theaters. It had like 1 or 2 showings a day, so it's like the type of movie you would have to go out of your way to watch.
Yeah, like the
know?
first time I actually watched Your Name was on a plane from Korea to Canada in movie theater. But then they also released it like a few months after, and like in an English dub
Yeah,
in like regular movie theaters.
and I think that movie really blew up in America, I think, or compared to like the past anime films in the past.
But it
And I
didn't
think
make
because of that, it started opening people's like.
I mean it didn't make a good amount of money like compared to like Pokemon. But I mean it was still like
Pokemon
that good.
like played every week for children on TV.
Yeah.
So you can't compare with that.
I mean, like
there's a dedicated market already there.
yeah, like the thing is like I remember reading about something like the first like anime that was shown on movie theaters in America, but I'm not sure which one it was. I don't know if it was Akira, or maybe it was something. It was like another movie, but I didn't remember the name, cause my mom remembered the advertisement for Akira, like it was like in the 80s.
Mhm.
I don't remember like exactly, while she said it, but also one of my art teachers from college even mentioned about like Akira was actually one of like the biggest like innovations for animation at that time, and then we got a lot of how do I say, like inspirations from that movie.
Wasn't
With,
it
like, current
Astro Boy
American
was,
animations?
The first, like,
Well, I mean
Well, that's the
theatrically.
first anime.
It's not the-
period.
I mean like theatrically, like in the U.S.
okay,
Wait. Astro Boy was an anime?
yeah.
I mean, it looked Asian, but like, I didn't want to make
Yes,
this.
Astro Boy is anime.
Wow. It's crazy. I guess.
Not the recent movie that came out. That was
Astro
like
Boy
purely.
is that robot boy who
Yeah.
thinks he's real, but like
He's got like the hair with like the
spikes.
curls.
Anybody remember Mega Man?
Mega Man, but that's like a
Yeah, in Japanese, I believe it's Atom Boy.
Yes, it's atom,
Yeah, there you
like
go.
the atomic atom bomb, whatever. So like in the English version, they call him Astro.
Astro. Adam.
Astro.
So actually, which leads me to the topic of the censorships, because in the West they always like they kind of had to alter like a few like maybe like names or like events in an anime that is not suitable, I guess, for like Western audiences, or make it more relatable to the audiences. I don't know if you guys know or
I think
heard.
in the past, I think that was like very pushed.
Yeah.
Because things like there was not very much exposure to Japanese culture besides things like samurai, ninjas, sushi, Godzilla, So
Same.
like, you watch the original Pokemon and they're eating rice balls and they're saying like,
They're
"Oh, do you want a donut?" So
Oh, I remember that. I
Like,
got
I-
so pissed
I think-
off. I was like, that's not a
Jelly
freaking
flavored donut.
And then, like, of course, the classic example is the Sailor Moon cousins,
Oh yeah.
Neptune and Uranus. But
They're
I
not
think
really
like
cousins.
nowadays, yeah, spoiler, they're not cousins.
They're not cousins.
No, you
They're a
can't
couple.
do that.
But I think nowadays it's like learning about different cultures and respecting different cultures is way more respected now than it was back then. And I feel like most people, if there were those type of changes in like a release today, they'd be very like confused about it, or they think it'd be erasing like some type of culture. I don't. That's my impression. I mean,
Well, it's not just
So-
only the culture, but it's just also like I guess like like also like they also censor like a few like plot points and like maybe like the philosophical stuff too. Because I was reading about like the Pokemon movie like Mewtwo Strikes Back, and there was actually some alterations with some of like the story. Like they were saying something about like the main villain was actually like an ambiguous villain in the Japanese version, thinking like he's bad guy, but then he had some good intentions, but in the Western release they made him look like, oh, he's obviously a bad guy. And
With
like
Mewtwo?
I mean, he was trying to recreate
Yeah.
his like dead daughter, from what I remember, the bad
Yeah.
guy originally.
I think I
But
wonder if certain censorship like that kind of happens due to like a certain like cultural value difference. Like how like different cultures value different things. It's like I wonder if like certain things that happen in like like that Pokemon movie. It's right like that censorship. Like even though it doesn't really make sense, like why would you do that? Like it's weird. It's like to them it's more important. It's like more of a thing out there. Maybe I don't know. That's a theory I have. I guess.
So, what I think is that, especially in the 90s, anime, especially like Pokemon or Digimon or Yu-Gi-Oh, those type of anime, were majorly marketed towards children.
yeah,
And like, although those shows were also marketed towards children in Japan, I think in Japan there's like a big difference between like anime anybody can watch and strictly kids anime. But in America, that difference, there wasn't like that big of a there's no differentiation. I feel like in the 90s. So
I feel like
think
in the 90s
be-
though, like it was like kind of all targeted for like kind of like either children or all market. You know what I mean?
they had to make money, right? So
Yeah, like it's like, but like now it's like now they have like stuff like Food Wars out now and all these other animes.
Food Wars. Oh my god.
The animation on it is really good.
I think if Food Wars is silly as hell.
But their recipes are pretty good too if you try it.
I have not seen at least I personally I haven't like gone out of my way to see if anyone has, but
Okay, when I started watching Food Wars, it was like the start of COVID, and I was watching it in like my living room. I didn't expect any of that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Food Wars, okay, and then like I have it on like this is blasting, like you can hear from outside. It's just
do you guys
like,
think like things like Food Wars and like the weird things that you see in them like kind of in a sense relate to not only the censorship but like the cultural differences in a sense maybe?
I think
I feel there's cultural differences bound to happen with
Yeah.
anything that's
Yeah.
from a different country.
exactly.
What do you think they're like?
Like British movies are boring as fuck. Like their sense of humor is so different. It's so dry.
Don't shit on my man.
Wait, did
Styles,
like
man.
wait did Food Wars release here in the United States?
Did,
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
yeah, it's Food Wars is like
Oh, okay.
I think they
Really, it's on
have-
Netflix?
Yeah,
I-
but
I-
it's not like on TV, right? That's the difference.
they have
Oh.
it
Just
in
keep
dub
moving
too.
Yeah, they haven't done.
That's actually something like I noticed too. Like, no one really has cable these days. When we went to like, we were in Ohio like this past weekend, and like watching Toonami again on like Adult Swim just like
It
felt
was
like
very
this-
nostalgic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
but they had
I
all
don't
the
know a
dub.
single
And
person
do
that
you guys
watches
remember
cable anymore.
Viz? Like on Viz, like it'd be like 12 o'clock.
Yeah, 12. yeah.
It'd be like super late, and it'd be like that one robot. It's like, all right, guys, now we're about to
Yeah,
get
from
into
Toonami.
it."
Yeah.
He's like doing the DJ
That sounds like
stuff.
a
And then like apparently they like changed it to be Master Chief later on, and, which was weird.
Really.
I don't know.
Oh, really? I would have liked to see
I
that.
don't think so. I think that was just something I saw, but I mean, I like it like totally fit the profile perfectly. Same vibes.
Yeah, I don't think Master Chief would do too bad in that.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that like a lot of animes that like doesn't really seem like that like adult. It doesn't really have like adult content like Naruto, like just the very beginning like it was on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's where like I started watching Naruto
Yeah,
and stuff like
I was
that
like-
too.
Well, I actually like Naruto started off as just Cartoon Network, even though
really?
like like when they first started out, it
Yeah,
was
that's right.
They did change like maybe like they just minimized just the blood and
Oh, okay.
and that was pretty much it. And like they kind of like cut off also like like Naruto and Sasuke's kissing too. And,
Did they cut that
yeah, they cut that out, but like they
On
did
Netflix, I saw
it did show
Yeah,
off.
that
It did show like they did kiss, but everyone was just looking at it. But they get cut off that part when they were actually kissing.
Yeah.
So
But the thing is, like, even in, like, I think they kissed, like, I don't know how many times, but I think it was, like, more than, at least 3.
A little sus though.
Yeah, no, because it's like, there was, like, the original one, and then there was, like, I think 2 more, but they were in filler episodes.
I remember one.
They had
They
their
were
hands
falling
stuck.
off a. Yeah, they had. I know what you're talking about. They were falling down a waterfall with their hands tied.
Yeah, huh?
And they were like, "Oh shit!"
And then their, like, faces just, like, they clapped together, but, like, their lips were just, like,
Those weren't the only things.
and also I did remember like in watching Naruto on TV, like during like the early broadcasting, they did change like the opening. They had like their own signature theme song, which it was kind of cool. But then after like a few like maybe like the next 2 or 3 seasons, they now put the Japanese original theme songs from like the
yeah,
openings.
yeah. I think that's interesting.
Which was a good thing that they did like that, because at least they don't like take that part away.
And
That's
not
like-
only that, but I guess it saves them on like budget as well, like money saves
Yeah.
them money too. It's like I don't see what's wrong with listening to like because like hearing the like there's some animes to where I do appreciate dub more than sub, but it's also like when it comes to the openings, keep that shit in Japanese, dog. Nihongo.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just
I
sounds.
noticed that too.
It just sounds goofy. I feel like most of the time it sounds goofy in dub. I mean, yeah, in dub.
You want a perfect
Yeah.
example of something similar? It's like this. If you guys played the new Super Smash Bros. That's on Switch, like there's the Japanese like theme song, which was the original, and then you hear like the English version, and it just sounds just weird.
It's just in general, like it's just when you translate stuff that's like okay, like it was originally made in Japanese. It's cool. It's like okay, we're done. Now let's translate into English. It's like fire style, fireball. Like it just sounds goofy.
style, majestic destroyer plane.
I mean, but if you
Oh yes.
But if you think
It does. I mean, it sounds equally as lame in Japanese. So,
Exactly, I was just about to say
Yeah.
that. No, because if you think about it, the only reason it's lame is because in English we actually understand it. In Japanese, they understand it.
But in Japanese, it's like koton gokuku no
Okay,
tetsuo.
but it's
It sounds cool.
yeah, it's still the same.
Yeah, it does give
And
more
on
emotion.
top of that,
though.
in Japanese,
For them.
I actually have.
in
I've-
Japanese, sometimes they use like katakana, which is like English words, to try and make it sound
Yeah.
cooler.
Oh
But
yeah,
like,
oh,
and then you're listening to it and you're like, Saya Stairu, and you're like, bro, this is so lame. Like, can you just come up with something else?
I get what you mean.
Yeah, like the dub and sub version of Demon Slayer are so different.
I know. I actually thought that too. Like,
Naruto is so different.
Yeah,
I have
I actually
watched the
did.
first episode of Demon Slayer. I will admit that, but I stopped watching it.
The
Like,
fucking fat lady from Lab Rats voices Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
no
Naruto.
fucking.
You didn't know
way.
that? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously?
No,
She
but like
voices a lot of anime characters.
she does.
Yeah.
But like the biggest one that like when I was like little, I never knew who voiced Goku in this like sub like
Oh, yeah.
Japanese, and I was like,
It was
it's
a- it
an
was an
old lady.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I think that's kind of cute, though.
But the thing is, like the American version, this guy passed out during the
yeah,
doc-
no, he took it.
He passed out multiple times during the show and the movie.
He was for real about it, dude.
Yeah, like you see him acting like veins popping in
Mhm.
his head.
Yeah, it was crazy. He was actually going Super Saiyan in his
I think it'd
mind.
be cool to be a voice actor.
You know, actually talking about like theme songs, like Sailor Moon, the English dub had like the same type of similar tone with the original Japanese one, but with different lyrics.
You know,
I
in
like-
that. And now that we're talking about like Sailor Moon's English dub, it's like
like the American dub. I'm gonna call it the American dub
The
because
American- the
because now there's
Yeah,
a, now
'cause
there's a
it's
newer
different.
English
There's-
dub.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, and on
It's
top of that,
How I
there's just a
see it-
variety of the dubs.
It's like I see, like, because I think she was talking about it earlier. What's her name? You're Sarah?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Sarah was talking about it earlier, like how basically what I'm trying to say is like how like certain like basically a lot of like Japanese cartoons or their exports on like entertainment. It's like it was a lot of it was focused towards like the children of America, and it's like that. I kind of personally viewed Sailor Moon growing up as like a kid show, an anime kid show, but for girls. Because it just kind of came off that way, but like they made it that way in a sense, in my opinion. I'm not trying to be like that
Yeah, it
kid.
did kind of came out that way.
It was totally marketed that way, 100%.
But, like-
even in the original, when Sailor Moon was first aired, like they cut out the last, minute of the episode, or they would edit a part where it'd be like Serena or Usagi, her English name was Serena, so Serena says, and they do like this whole, what did you learn in today's episode? We learned we have to be there for our friends.
Oh,
Like,
see, yeah,
that's
it was
straight up. They
absolutely
would.
a kid show.
That was
No, but you see
exactly.
the problem
Yeah.
is, like,
They
this, like,
made it a
7-year-old
kid show.
watching Sailor Moon transform, and I was like, why do I
That
feel like
explains
this?
a lot.
Why do I feel like this? What? Oh my god, what's
That
happening?
explains a lot.
I was like, this is-
I used to
But yeah, like
copy-
the tones are different from like different localizations.
I'm already a pretty weird guy, but when it comes to
Like I really
That's
like.
understatement.
Also, there's this other company which I really hate so much. It's called 4Kids.
which
I don't know if
one?
you guys heard of them. 4Kids.
Four
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
4 Kids.
I've
I
heard
have.
that.
Oh man.
They were the ones that butchered majority of the anime
That's
adapt
I don't know what to even
localizations.
think about that.
Like
You know,
One Piece used to be under them.
There's the how like Naruto has like the chibi versions, like the chibi spin-off like of Rock Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rock Lee and his Amazing Friends or something. It's
Yeah.
like, with that, it's like you see that like I feel like chibi shows would be more targeted towards kids, right? But then it's got like I guess maybe it's different in like Japan and stuff like that, but like I don't know what like an American parent would say when you have like Rock Lee like pointing to be like, look at my breasts, I'm Sakura, honey, or whatever. You get my point. It's weird. It's like I don't know.
Sakura's flat-chested.
Nah, but
Right.
like in like the Rock Lee and his Amazing Friends chibi show, like they basically make her like busty.
Wait, what? Rock Lee
What?
has his own.
Yeah, Rock
haven't
Lee has
seen
his
that
own
in a
show.
while.
It's a chibi show. Do you know what
Oh,
chibi is?
yeah.
Yeah.
They even have a
watched
TV
them,
show of
actually.
Attack on Titan too.
Yeah, and Attack on Titan High School.
What the heck?
What the?
Attack.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, what is it like? Is it its own thing? Like,
It's like basically just all a bunch of filler, but I think it's for kids targetedly. I actually watched.
Yeah, it's like a
lot.
Is it
spin-off,
canon?
but for
Yeah.
kids.
Rock Lee and Guy Sensei are
Guy-
like
Guy
just like knockoffs of Bruce Lee.
No, I think that was the
yeah,
show.
even the haircut.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the haircut.
The haircut, the
The
bushy
outfit.
I kinda
eyebrows.
No,
agree
okay,
with that.
but like I actually remember the day that I was like, okay, I'm gonna commit to Naruto. It was when Gaara was fighting Lee and he like opened the gates and shit.
Yeah.
I
That
was
such
like-
an epic scene.
I was like, oh yeah, I think
okay,
this
why
is for
did
me.
you just why would you spoil that shit for me? You know,
Oh yeah,
you know, the shooting exam.
it's only been like what,
You
like 20 years?
fucker.
Like what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, I just started 3 days ago.
But you have no idea what I'm talking about, so you're good.
Yes, I do.
The
I'm at the
gates?
tuning exams,
You know the
though,
gates,
but I know who the character.
That happens at the tuning exams, right?
Yeah,
After
yeah.
the tuning exams.
Yeah.
You're there.
What are you talking about?
What
What are the
tuning
tuning
exams?
tuning exams?
Tuning
What?
exams. Who's Gaara?
Gara, bleed? Please.
But you don't know what happened. I didn't tell you anything that happened, so you're good.
You just said you.
I guess it's funny nowadays. You gotta remember that like people are newer to
Yeah,
the
you're
older
good,
shows,
trust
so
me.
you gotta
No, but it's really important.
like
Okay,
be
we
careful
get
not
it.
to
Shut up.
spoil.
Sorry, I wasn't talking
Yeah,
about
I
you.
was-
I was talking to him.
Oh no, it's okay.
I was like,
I was
wait, wait.
talking to him.
It's like we're like hearing like so many people talking at the same time. It's
Hey,
I was just saying that like with especially with younger anime fans now who are, for example, just getting into Naruto or something, like that Lee and Gaara match happened like what, 10? Has it been 10? It's been over
It's
like
been a
15
long
years
like
ago.
15 years.
Yeah, that happened like 15 years ago, and we're like, oh man, we can't spoil that.
We can't
size
spoil
of the
it.
happened
screen,
15 years ago.
changed throughout time as
Yeah,
well,
it
too.
used to be like a square.
Yeah, it used to be like
It's-
Naruto used to be on like a kind of squarish like format. Now it's like, you know, expanded to like regular size TV, I guess. If that makes sense.
It's the 16:9 ratio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to spoilers, I think there has to be like what do you call it? Oh my god, I'm having like a brain fart right now. There's like usually like you have to wait like maybe like a certain like month or a week to like not spoil anything. So like within
Yeah.
a few years, like it's not really technically spoilers.
Exactly.
So
I
It's
feel
like
Like,
I don't know if you
when
guys.
the Avengers
Oh, go
Infinity
ahead.
War came out, I remember you couldn't give out spoilers or like you get sued by Marvel.
No
For at
way.
least like a week or
But
two.
what's his
Oh,
name?
yeah.
He really what's his name?
Tom Holland
Holland.
and
He-
the
on
guy who plays
live-
Bruce Banner.
On live, literally, it says "Do not show to public," and he's like, "Wow, this is so cool." Oh, shit.
I remember that.
Right, then who's the guy who also plays the Hulk? Also like spoiled stuff, and he almost got fired. I think Dave Bautista, the guy who plays Drax, is also getting fired now too.
What?
Really?
Why?
I have no idea.
The Avengers are over.
Well, no, we're in phase.
No.
Endgame.
Yeah, but they're continuing they're introducing
Like Black Widow still
Yeah.
has a movie.
There's an
Black
Asian
Widow.
Marvel hero coming out.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
I heard like the social media things about how like this one character is too ugly to be like the character for it. I forgot his name, but you know.
Chris Pratt?
No, an Asian guy. Obviously, if it's an Asian superhero.
Oh,
That
You mean
one
Simu
Asian
Liu?
guy, he was.
Ken Jong?
Yeah. No. What the
No.
fuck?
Ken Jong.
she's
was
talking.
in-
She's talking about Simu Liu.
Who? Sulu?
Simu
They
Liu.
were talking about how he's too ugly to be a superhero when he's like.
I think that's
he's
only in
physically
China.
fit,
But,
he's
though.
physically fit. He's
Oh,
a
the
very
guy who's playing
handsome man.
Shang-Chi right now? Like the new.
Yes.
No, the guy who's supposed to.
The guy who's
They
supposed-
were like,
They said he's not?
no, it's
Wait,
it's
what?
the guy. The guy that we saw earlier, he's actually gonna like play. As
So that is the right guy. But there was a guy
like
before.
there was a guy before him.
Oh.
There was really.
I'm,
I thought it was the same guy that we were talking about.
I, you should include in the podcast like a picture of this dude and be like, do you think he's handsome or not? Like, could he have been worthy?
Well, actually, no. Actually, it was China. China was the one that said like, oh, he's not that attractive to be playing
Really?
that character. Yeah, it was only in China. No one else said that in like any other place.
I get you. I like. I mean, thing is also like, what like if they had
You
this,
were right, Justin. Simu Liu?
Yeah,
Liu?
Leo. Yeah,
What does he look like again?
He's handsome. Like,
I mean, let me see
yeah
this
he
guy.
is.
Oh
he's
shit!
handsome,
Yeah,
he's ripped as fuck.
that was him. Oh shit! Yeah.
But like,
That
I
sounds
think
like
like
of
you know
someone else.
the thing is like China has like very high standards for like
yeah, especially with
They have
entertainment
high eyes.
and with like
Yeah.
Disney specifically.
Wait.
Disney and China are like, click.
That's kind of funny. Like,
Wait, I think that did. I'm confused. So he is casted for it.
what?
Yeah, I was thinking
Shang-Chi
of
Yeah.
and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yes,
yes.
but what's it called?
But anyways,
do you
let's
guys
like
think about Awkwafina
go back to the
being in that?
topic of anime because like we're getting
Oh,
off
yeah,
topic here.
anime.
Yeah, she is. She's
Yeah,
funny as
anime.
hell.
I love her.
Marvel,
She's
DC,
so
Capcom.
funny.
Like,
I mean,
Anime.
technically they are cartoons. And did you guys know there's Marvel anime now? I have it all on my list on Netflix. I'm gonna watch the Marvel.
Well, yeah, they have Marvel anime. You know, actually, that Marvel animes that they've been coming out. This was like back like in 2000, what, like 11, 2006. I forgot. They had an Iron Man.
Yes.
I've seen that one. They have the Wolverine and X-Men. Were there like other ones? Because I haven't really looked
okay,
into
yes.
like Marvel stuff.
There was a few more X-Men ones. There's been some Spider-Man ones. Deadpool.
Oh really? Oh really? Seriously? Wow.
And mostly
I'm
with like when it comes to like anime in the sense of like Marvel characters, the only ones I know of are like a lot. Most of them are targeted towards like the X-Men, like the Fox like contract.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But that's
I really wish they didn't own.
They also have a supernatural anime too.
Sutro now.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, and like I actually wanted to watch it, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
What about Pacific Rim anime? Wasn't Pacific Rim like originally an anime movie? No. Was it originally a American movie?
I have no idea.
You
I
know?
don't know.
But
I think
guess
it is
the-
a movie.
But I think the idea of like kaijus and stuff like that, like
It
starting
sounds-
with like Godzilla, like originate from Japan.
Yeah,
in
it
a
sounds
sense.
like the MonsterVerse. Right?
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, that makes more sense. Because that, like, I guess in a sense that makes it more excusable, and I don't know, for Japan to make.
And then now like there's. Wait, sorry, I can't.
I mean,
I
there
lower
was,
my
like,
volume.
Another project that was kind of similar was the Animatrix,
Oh yes.
where like I guess the Wachowski then brothers basically got like or collaborated with a bunch of different studios to produce like mini anime films about like different stories related to the Matrix.
Oh
Matrix, that would have been nice. I would have watched that.
Dude, imagine like anime John Wick, basically. Or
That
who,
would be so
what was his
dramatic.
name? Who's the guy who plays John Wick?
I know you're saying.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. Imagine Keanu Reeves as an anime character, dude. That'd be fucking awesome.
You'd be like,
Actually, so right now, right now,
being like a little tumbleweed in SpongeBob, I feel like he can be anything.
I really do think that Keanu Reeves is really overrated.
Yeah,
Shut
he's not
up.
that
He's such a
hot.
good guy.
Not as like an actor, but like looks.
Oh, I don't
Guys-
think his
So-
looks are.
you know what? I think it's everyone keeps saying he's one of those actors that's like ugly handsome. Like everyone says the same thing about the guy who plays Doctor Who. He's like really ugly but really handsome, and no one like
It doesn't make sense.
I don't.
Yo.
It makes sense.
Yo.
No,
Okay, y'all, stop.
So ugly, that's cute.
Yeah, it's like like a pug being ugly, but
That's
it's
just
cute.
that's just.
Oh, okay,
So-
okay.
wait. So
Hello.
by the way, like so he was involved in a video game called Cyberpunk 2077.
Yes,
which,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we-
Good reviews.
Wake the
But
fuck up, samurai.
they-
We got
Nef-
the city to burn.
Netflix is currently producing an anime with
Yeah.
I think it's Bones, if I remember.
What? Like, wait. What is that? Is that an animation studio?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. What did Bone also make?
Like Kill la Kill. No, that's Trigger. Trigger. I'm sorry, Trigger. Bones is the other one.
I've only watched like My Hero
I'm talking about
Academia
Trigger.
recently. Is Bone My Hero Academia? Like
No.
My Hero Academia. is Bone. I don't know.
No.
Shit. I must have watched something.
But so Trigger did like Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill. What else?
I know.
What's the more-
I forgot the name, but it like had like this guy who wears like a plaid like vest V-neck, and like he has like a collared shirt under it, and he has like a gauntlet of some kind, and like he has a lot of like chicks in the show who have like boobs.
That sounds like Soul Eater.
No, it's not Soul Eater.
I don't know that series, I don't think, but that studio is currently working on a cyberpunk anime, so it's possible that Keanu's character will show up.
And they're releasing it on Netflix.
Hopefully, it's better than the
Yes.
game.
Yeah, I didn't
So
hear
possibly-
good reviews.
I think the first anime adaptation of Keanu was in the Animatrix, like a very short scene with Neo, but
No way.
yeah. It's like a very, very short scene.
I need to watch anime Keanu Reeves. That just
But,
sounds like the best thing ever.
Like, it's not really technically Keanu, though. It's
Yeah,
With you.
it's just the character, basically.
Yeah. But, like, for Cyberpunk, his character is, I feel like, very inspired by him, so...
Yeah,
Or he had a lot of he took part in developing the character, so I'm sure that like a lot of him shines through the character. So I feel like that's the closest, or I mean, there's like a comic book right now that he's also working on called Berserker that possibly may get animated one day. Who knows?
Have you guys noticed that a lot of webtoons are becoming like either animes or shows now?
Yeah.
Like for example, like it took Annabelle a long time to get me to watch it, but Sweet Home.
So we pretty much like talked about like a lot of like animes and like we went a little bit off topic on a few
Extremely off
stuff. I mean, it is similar to anime, because like since the Demon Slayer Mugen Train became like a really big success. Excuse me. In North America, so like okay.
I don't know why it's funny, man.
Way to be immature, guys.
Super immature. It's okay. He's still a baby.
I thought it was funny too.
So like, do you guys think like maybe like with Mugen Train being like a big success would have more chances of having more animes being normalized for theatrical releases, even for like foreign movies?
I hope so. I'm waiting on like Evangelion to somehow
Oh my
have
god,
a
there's a
release.
movie coming out for that?
Like the other movies did not play in theaters. I don't know, or like they came out forever ago, so I don't remember if they did play in theaters or not. But there has been like not even like any type of news on any type of like
but also even
international
before
release at all.
Yeah, but even for like before, like even like there's like so many other like anime films that they only came out like 1 or 2 night specials,
Yeah, but I mean,
And-
I was even happy with that when.
Yeah, like even. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. There was I'm a Love Live fan, and then like as soon as I finished the series, I heard that they were playing in like just some random theaters in the U.S. the movie for it, and at the time, like I feel like there was like a pretty decent sized fandom, but like it blew up a lot in the past couple years here.
Which anime are we talking about?
Love Live School Idol Festival. Yeah,
Okay, I got you.
it's an idol series, but
Okay,
Like,
I wasn't sure if we
I
were
was-
still talking about Evangelion or not.
I was really surprised when that played in theaters, and I was able to see, and I was super happy. So,
One thing I wish were like a lot of like, I guess like more of like foreign films, like they'd be like, I guess it really depends on a lot of factors too. But it's like I think it'd be like I think it'd be kind of cool to see like if theaters like could also play like not just like your American like films now, but it's like it also shows like even more options into like other cinemas. I feel
yeah.
like it would also
Yeah, like a lot of like, especially like in Japan and in Korea, they play like different foreign films, not just only like Japanese films in theaters.
Exactly.
because like a lot of like I guess more so like I don't know about China specifically, but like I know a lot of Japan and
Even in China too. Like I've
Oh.
been to a movie theater in China. They also play like American films too. So it's
But if you think about it, like Americans are just really, especially American corporate places, are just in it for the money. So they're just gonna show the films that they think are gonna make the most money.
That's true. I think that's the harsh reality.
Because
of it.
especially like in America, a lot of foreign films, like people just aren't as into it as they are American films. Like they're just not. A lot of like Americans don't know that much about foreign films. So like the marketing agents are just like don't think that it's gonna sell as much as like American films, and they're not going to do it. They're just in it.
It's
for
a
the
risk
numbers.
factor for sure.
Yeah.
But I think that's actually why we're even here in the first place in this podcast, because it's like Demon Slayer like succeeded like crazy.
Like out of like,
Yeah.
Well,
beyond
because
expectations.
like the United States probably has more weebs than like
Oh,
every
facts.
other country and like put together
Facts.
times 10. Like,
I
what
mean,
the heck?
like,
And then now
Japanese, I'm scared
also
of being a weeaboo.
also like Korean dramas are getting very popular too. So
Yeah.
not just that, like even K-pop. I saw a freaking billboard for BTS on the highway. Like, we're playing the new song. Like that.
wait,
that
seriously,
was,
on the
But if
highway
you
here in
Yes.
Miami?
Yes.
As opposed to like
Which highway was this?
Korea,
the
like,
Palmetto.
Oh,
one
really?
billboard
I haven't-
out of,
I haven't
like,
gone there
thousands
yet
of billboards
in a while.
Korea, like probably a lot of there's a lot of billboards like advertising.
But like
BTS and
Korea is not even like half of Texas, right? It's like really, really small.
Really? I had no idea.
Really,
shit.
really
It's still its own
tiny.
country.
I mean,
And has
something
more
else to
than-
mention also, like I don't think it has to do specifically with anime, but just Parasite winning was it an Oscar?
Parasite
Like
was,
that made some
nominated,
people
like, the
really-
most, like
What did it get nominated for? Like, what did they win the Oscar for? Like,
Wasn't like for like best like directing or filmography or what was I forgot what it was actually.
Respect.
I wasn't here when it happened, so I don't remember. But I think just that happening made people think like more about Asian media, maybe thinking like, oh, maybe we should give this a chance, or
Yeah, and then there were some people that were like, okay, I'm gonna watch it now, and then they were like watching it in subtitles, and then they're like, I cannot watch the subtitles. I can't read.
No,
like all
I
that
hate
stuff.
to be.
I hate people who say they don't like sub because they can't read.
I hate to be that guy, but honestly, like I watch a lot of anime and dub because I'm just like trying to trying to have the anime on while like multitasking, but like
you gotta get on that Japanese game. Gotta just learn Japanese.
no, I know I'm Japanese too, but like
I'm literally like 10%. Calm
I'm
down.
not 10%. I'm like
25.
yeah. That's
Wow, that's such a big difference.
Shut
though.
up. My last name is it too.
No, it's gotten to the point where I don't really have to think. It's almost like I'm hearing them speak English by how much sub I've watched. Like, it's like...
Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up just in case, like, you know, if it's gonna finish soon. Okay, so thank you guys for joining in the podcast.
Thank you.
It was a fun
Thanks for having
discussion.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Yes. So
I have
hope
one
you guys
more question
enjoy.
before we leave, though. What defines anime like for somebody? I guess in general, actually, even too. Japanese cartoons, basically, right? But like, not every
Oh, okay.
Japanese cartoon is anime.
Oh, okay, Josh.
I
Okay.
think we
Let's
should
just.
Google
I'm
An
trying to wrap this up
animated-
before like it doesn't
like a
like
3-hour conversation.
exceed more of the recording.
Oh,
Okay.
Right. Okay, we'll get into that
Okay,
in another
yes.
episode.
Yes, we'll talk about that in another episode. And thank you for everyone listening and watching this podcast. Stay tuned for the next episode. Bye bye.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Like, share, subscribe.